Hello there.
Hi Neil,
Hi, Mega.
how are
So
you?
I'm good. How are you?
All good? A very happy Independence Day to you.
A very happy Independence Day. So, those of you who don't know, I also come from India. So, in India, today is 15th August, which is the Independence Day of India. So, it's a day of freedom for us.
Yes.
So, good
So,
evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are in the world. I welcome you all to my first live with Mega. Today, we are going to be talking about our collaboration, obviously, but also about for her journey and about photography, traveling in during Corona time. Whatever question comes up to your mind, you can send in your question. I will be just enabling the Q&A now, so you can send your questions in. Hi, Kabir.
hi Kabir. I think Neil, we should give 2 minutes to start. The people are still joining, so
Yeah,
yeah,
let
let people join. I'm so happy that people are joining one by one. It is really heartening to see people were looking forward to the live. Hi Akshay.
So we have six people till now. Hi, Akshay.
And again, a very happy Independence Day to anyone and everyone who has joined from India so far. I think before we start, I'll just give in a little teaser to what is going to happen tomorrow. So, guys, we are going to have our finale episode coming up tomorrow evening, and it is going to be about freedom. So, such an apt day to post something about freedom, right?
Yeah,
Um,
and our last piece will be about something about freedom. So we will not disclose more, Mega, because we want audience to guess what is coming up tomorrow. So guys, stay tuned tomorrow. There is something about freedom.
I think there's Anna Louis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. He's asking, how do you celebrate this day in India? So Neil, if you would like to answer.
So I am right now in Germany. So normally what we do is we have an embassy here in Berlin. So we go there in morning, we do flag hosting and we meet also people. There, like we have the whole Indian community here in Berlin. So that's how we celebrate here. But I recall when we were in the school, and that was like the one of the most beautiful time of our life. And we used to go there, and there were this kind of events happening. We used to participate in debate, and there are a lot of activities happening. And also, Mega, you can also share your view. What was your Independence Day moment?
Yeah, so back in the days, school days, we also used to have march past and all sorts of performances. We used to recall the freedom fighters of our country, and it used to be a very lovely day celebration. And of course, these days now we look forward to the speech from our prime minister. That's how we celebrate. Great. I think now since 10 people have joined, we can start with the live.
Yeah, definitely. We can start with the live. So once again, I welcome you all. Thank you so much for your taking out your time on today. And once again, I will repeat what we are going to discuss today. It's about a recent collaboration. It's called Visual Poetry. So it's about photography, about poetry, and also if you have any other questions about traveling during Corona times or photography, you can send your questions in. I will, and Mega will try to respond to your questions. So yeah, let's begin. So I will ask Mega to first introduce herself to my audience.
Yeah, so hello everyone. It's really heartening to see you all join the live session with us. I'll introduce myself. So, I am Megha. I am a marketeer by profession and a poet by passion and hobby. And my page, Megha Saxena Poet, that is where I upload poetry in video format. So, people who really like to just watch videos and not read a lot and also experience the emotion of the poetry in the form that a poet would like them to perceive. You can just go check some of the poetry. That's what I do. And also I started the poetry page during quarantine, so that is also a little bit special for me.
Wow, that sounds really cool. And guys, if you don't know, there are two pieces from Megha which are my personal favorite. One is called Time, and another one it's about gratitude. So I want you guys to go to her page and check out those pieces. They are really lovely and they are my personal favorite. So go and check out her page.
Thank you so much, Neil. And I think people from my page who have joined the live, you can just introduce yourself so they know. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So guys, I started photography way back in 2012. So it's like almost 8 years now. Initially, I started photography with a different thought, and then I started roaming and I started traveling. So it was more about travel photography and showcasing people how the world is through my lens, through my eyes. And but recently, yeah, during Corona time, I rediscovered myself back. Like the main goal of my photography was to connect with people, a photograph which tells a story to people how I see the world, like which conveys an emotion. So that's what I rediscovered back. And now all my projects are all about cinematic photography and also showcasing emotions through photographs. So if any of you are in Berlin or in Europe, you can DM me and we can do a small collaboration. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and also I also have been a very avid follower and a fan of Neil's page, and
Okay.
I really cannot pick a favorite because I remember one fine day I was just going through the page. Of course, I was following it since a very long time, but one fine day I was just scrolling and I couldn't stop scrolling until the end, and I just keep liking whichever photograph I was liking. And I think I must have like 90% of the posts out there. So yeah. Hi, Tarun.
Thank you, Anna. And okay, so let's go back and we can start with our questions. So I don't think so we have any questions right now in comments. So the question which I received through my stories, so we'll go one by one those questions. And guys, I will encourage you to just drop in your questions right now live so that you can skip the queue and we will answer your question first.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let me go with the first question, which I received from Didi. She's asked that during our collaboration, what comes first? Is it like the photograph which comes first, or is the stories? And what is your favorite series from this whole collaboration? So, Megha, would you like to start with this?
Surely, surely. So I would say that, see, the concept is something that comes first, right? And then both the photograph and the poetry, they just come along together. So that is how it happens. And yeah, if I have to share the favorite piece of them all, I really cannot pick a favorite. I really cannot. I believe the one that is coming up tomorrow, which you guys can check out tomorrow. That might be my favorite, but that you'll know only tomorrow. Yeah, and with every piece, we are also trying to touch upon the topics which are not generally talked about so openly. So yeah, that's how it is for me. Neil, how is it about you? And I think you should also share the story about how it all started. That would be very
Uh,
interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So, the main idea behind visual poetry was, as I already discussed, I once again rediscovered my passion about cinematic photography, showcasing the world, like because we see the world in our routine life, but also we see the world through movies, through books we read, and each movie has like a different color, which gives a different emotion. So I did one piece on mental health, which was kind of like a reimitation of Joker movie, which was about mental health. And I was surprised to see a lot many DMs and messages from my followers, and
I
they open up them, and it's like I was so happy to see people opening up about such issues because you never know what someone is going through. So that's how this idea struck into my mind that, okay, one photograph can convey 1,000 words. And I knew Megha from my college. So we used to study in the same college. and she has started this poetry page recently. So I thought, why not collaborate like my pictures and your words, and that will be something art which will give people an idea about some topics which are not openly discussed, and sometimes in some cultures they are also considered taboo. So that was the main idea behind this collaboration. And my favorite piece, I will say all of them are my favorite, obviously. But I'm looking forward to the piece of tomorrow, which is coming, and it's about freedom. So the main question or a hint for you guys will be, what is freedom for you? So you can also comment that on the post tomorrow. So yeah, that's the visual poetry for me.
Yeah, and I think I'll just let out a little secret. Also, we'll be discussing it even more during the end of the video. But since we are anyway talking about the piece that's coming up tomorrow, Neil is planning a contest. So stay tuned till the end of the live to know what the contest is about.
Yeah, this is something special. So those who are till an end, they will get something out of this. So, I have you checked any? There are any questions on the chat, or we can go ahead with the questions we have.
We are just getting a lot of hearts.
Wow, thank you so much, guys. I want to see the colorful heart. Like I saw a few.
Yeah,
My favorite is the rainbow colored.
yeah, and getting hearts is so heartening. So keep the hearts coming in. But yeah, if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to just write them out and we'll answer them.
Hi, those of you who joined just now. So, can we go ahead with the next question, which we have?
Yes.
So, okay. So this one was for you, Megha. That what inspires you to write poems,
Okay.
and
This is
what
also a
your
question which I
poems?
get a lot. So, see, what inspires me is anything and everything that goes on in the world outside. So, for example, I'll just take the example of our collaboration. The topics that we have picked, these are the topics which we very much experience day in and day out. So, real life events, things that go around in our life, these are the things from where I draw my inspiration. Uh,
Which is quite relevant right now because we have lot many things going on because of Corona. So yeah, and as I mentioned, guys, there was one poem about gratitude which is really amazing, and it's like it's what like I can connect myself to that poem. So it was wonderful experience for me. So
yeah.
thank you so much for creating that poem.
Thank you so much for checking it out, and I'm really glad that you were able to connect with it because that is my end goal with sharing my art. I want people to be able to connect with it. Well, how about you, Neil? What inspires you?
As I mentioned, it goes way back in 2012, but I have something written on my diary, so which I recently found because Corona lockdown gave us a lot of time. So I was going through my old diaries and I found this piece which I wrote. I will just share with you guys.
Oh, so you write too? Wow, I'm really excited to read what to listen to what you have written.
So it's kind of I tried poetic way, but it's not as good as yours. So please excuse.
I think everyone has that
Uh,
sentiment. Okay, now just read it out. I'm really excited to know.
So what I wrote is sometimes I photograph to vent, sometimes I photograph to drown. So when I was young, expressing myself was one of the most difficult things for me. And I used to let people know about how I felt through my drawings and also through music. I was into arts from my childhood. So till now, so I believe that how like I came to believe from the whole journey of myself from drawing, music, and photography that creativity it stems from like an unmet desire to be seen, a desire to be expressed, and many times those desires come from being uncomfortable. So yeah, that's what for me photography. So I want to show people the way I see the world, and I also want people to express and to feel through the photographs because sometimes one photograph can teach you a lot of lessons from your life. So that's how I came into photography. And when I go out doing taking photo on street also, I also meet a lot of new people. And I also used to make a lot of connection when I used to travel. So they're also my friends. So I call them my travel friends. They're all around the world. So when I used to travel in Europe, there are people who are traveling from Latin America, from India, from Dubai and all. And we used to meet, and yeah, that's how we spend our time together for like a week or 10 days, and they are now friends. So that's how I connected with people. And when you connect with people, you can know a lot of stories.
That is really true. And I think that's how when I see your photographs, um, it just inspires thoughts, and your photographs actually tell stories without using any words. It's purely through photography. So yeah, I think you have really expressed through your writing what inspires you, and it's nice. I think you should try to write a little bit more. Although photography
I'm
is
trying
also
my,
very good. So yeah.
I'm trying my best to. I'm learning every day from all my friends, and also there are a lot of photographers. Like there's a huge community in Berlin, so I used to go out with them on photo walks. And there is, I think, one comment from Anna. I met you in Prague. Thanks, traveling and for photography. Hi, Anna. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Anna is one of my friend whom I met in Prague. So my traveling friend, and yeah, that's how I connect with people when I travel in
Great.
normal time.
So happy to know about you, Anna, and thanks for joining the live.
And there is, I think, Mega, there is one question from Akshaya. It is, what was the turning point which made you embrace your love for photography for Megha and photography for Neil? Uh, I'm not quite sure. Like, do you understand, Megha, the question?
Yes, yes. So he's basically asking that how did we get into how did we get into the art? So how did I get into poetry, and how did you get into photography?
Oh,
Yeah. So I think I'll go first with this. So
yep,
see,
that.
poetry or writing is something which I discovered that I was good at, and I really like to do it back in my school days. So school during the school days, we used to write these essays, and I used to write them on my own. And my teachers would say that it's good that she's writing these things on her own, and that's how I used to really enjoy. And I just kept writing after that. It never stopped. Although the pieces that I had written back in my childhood days, those pieces, of course, they never got saved. I was never too much particular about documenting it properly. But I'm really glad that during the quarantine, I gave this thought that I need to start publishing in a very proper way, and I started my page. So yeah, that's what it was for me. Now you can go ahead with your journey.
Yeah. First, I will say like that was the best decision you did over there
Thank you.
during Corona time. So for me, as I already explained, I was from my childhood, I was into arts. I used to do drawings, and then I did music for a few years. I was in college during my engineering time. I was in my college band, and during that time, we had one club, magazine club called Vox Populi, and there was one event for photography. I remember it was about showing contrast in society. So I went out in the city. I took photographs. During that time, I didn't had like that professional camera which I have now. So I used to go out, and I saw the difference in society and all those things. And I saw, okay, like this is a really great way to document these differences just through one photograph. So I think that was a beginning point, and then I professionally started from 2014. So until 2014, I was discovering what I like, what I don't like in photography and all. So yeah, that's how my photography journey started. So initially, it was more about nature and traveling. I love traveling because I feel that when I travel, there are a lot of questions going on in your life, and you can answer those questions by just traveling and giving yourself time. So that was a main thing back then when I started traveling. And yeah, that's how the photography went for me.
That is lovely. It's always so good to know about the experience of another artist. And those of you who don't know, Neil and I were actually from the same college, and the initial pieces that he used to create, I used to follow those pieces, and even those pieces without the expensive equipment that he has now, those pieces used to be quite lovely. So yeah, I'm really glad
Yeah,
that you followed through this art.
yeah, it's a long journey and it's a continuous improvement. So I'm learning every day now, trying and seeing okay what works, what doesn't work, and changing every day.
Lovely.
So thank you so much for your question, Akshay. So I think I have three more questions with me. Yeah, thank you, Akshay, for the question. Thanks for sharing your journey. Yeah, thank you, man.
Thanks, Akshay.
Let's go with the. It's about like there are two questions about photography and there is one about poetry. So I will go first with poetry for you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite piece which you wrote?
Sorry, what's my favorite piece?
What is your favorite poem which you wrote?
Okay, okay. So far on my page, there is just one Hindi poem that I have written. I have published. I've written quite a few Hindi poems, but there's one Hindi poem that I have published. The name of that poem is Fursat. So that's my personal favorite from the ones that I have published so far. So you guys can just go and check it out. And any one of you who doesn't know Hindi language as such, you can just DM me and I can share the translation of the poem.
Okay, I found something funny in the comment. Do you like pineapple pizza?
So
But
by the way, this guy who has asked the question, Shrekkles, Yash Shetty, he is also an artist, and
okay.
the question is also quite artsy, I would say. Okay, so pineapple pizza, Yash, I haven't had the opportunity to try it yet, but I will do it soon, and I will get back to you whether I like it or not. How about you, Neil? Have you tried pineapple pizza?
Pizza topping pineapple, yeah, it doesn't taste bad, but I don't prefer pineapple on pizza.
Okay. Now, Yash, please don't throw shade at Neil for not liking pineapple pizza.
No, I like pineapple, I like pizza, but pineapple on pizza, it's something strange for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there is no more questions in the chat. So I will go ahead with last two question, which is about photography. Which camera you use now, and what was your first camera? Okay, so which camera? I can show you my camera. So this is the camera. It's a professional camera from Sony. It's called Alpha 7 Mark III. This is a full frame camera which I use now, which I recently bought. But I started photography at that time. I used to use Nikon camera, which is quite cheap, like one of the most cheapest camera, like DSLR you can get from Nikon. That was my first camera. I have different lenses for different type of photography. I have lens for portrait, for landscape, for traveling, and also for sports photography. So yeah, so that's about my camera. And there is one more question. It says, "What is your favorite photography genre?" This is quite tricky. So personally, I like cinematic photography, but my favorite is like this portraits and then streets, because photography is like documenting your city in real time. So sometimes some events happen in city and it's like captured forever for like centuries. So there are also like photographs from World War duration or before that, like old photographs, which show us like how my city was in that time. So yeah, I love street photography and I also love portrait photography. I used to do portfolio shoots in India. Uh, There is a special film industry in Gujarat called Hollywood. I am not sure it's right pronunciation or not. So I did few portfolio shoot for those actors from Hollywood. So yeah, that was my journey, and that's my favorite genre in photography.
I'm quite happy to know that portraits is one of the genre that you like, because next time when you come to Ahmedabad, you have to shoot a very nice headshot for me.
Definitely, it will be a pleasure. In my page, like on my page, I never used to share portraits because I thought it was more about like this client privacy thing. So those people who are like really cool with sharing their photos, so I used to share that. But it's mostly whenever I'm doing a project, I will give them all the photographs. So that was the point back then. But now when I'm doing more portraits, so I used to do a contract with the models, so I can share the photographs on my social media and also other platforms to showcase my work.
Right. I think we have got some comments meanwhile we were answering the questions. So Streckles says that it's fine that we don't like pineapple pizza, and you guys are awesome.
Thank you. You are also awesome. You
Thank you.
love
You are
pineapple.
also awesome. And he actually creates very nice art. So he's a sketch artist.
Oh
He
wow.
creates. So I think you can just go ahead and check out the page. Also, hi Amit. Thanks for joining in. Um, we also have a question from Tarun. What writers did you enjoy reading as a child? Okay. So I really used to enjoy the poems of William Wordsworth. Yeah.
When what was so special during that time when you were a child? Like
So see, when I was a child, we used to have English language as a subject. So outside of the textbooks, also I used to just read poems from anywhere and everywhere I could find them. Those were also the times when internet was not existent. So I would go to libraries and I would try to check them out. But yeah, I think we got access to internet when we were in seventh grade or so, and that's when
hmm,
I started reading poetry online as well. And William Wordsworth was the poet whose work I really admired quite a lot. There were also other poets, but I would say William Wordsworth would be one of my favorites.
wow, that's quite new information for me. So I have one more question with me. It's about editing app. So one of my audience they asked me, can you suggest some free editing app on mobile? Yeah, definitely, because right now there are a lot on Android also on Apple platform. There are a lot of apps available. So I personally like it's not paid. So this is my personal opinion. So I'm not associated with any brand, but I love this app called Snapseed. It gives me huge advantage when I compare with Photoshop. Okay, it's not that much good, but it's like when you are using in mobile, you can definitely use Snapseed. It's amazing app for editing photos. So you can edit like a professional in Snapseed. It's free, so yeah. So that's the one soft app which I can recommend.
Lovely.
Okay, there is one more question from Tarun. Once again, did you write as a child? Mega, this is for you.
Yeah, I did write as a child. So I started writing back in my fifth grade or sixth grade. And since then, I had always been writing.
Okay, thank you so much, Tarun, for the question once
Yeah,
again.
thanks, Tarun, for the question. And thanks for joining in as well.
Okay, so I don't think so. We have any more questions now.
I think now would be the right time to disclose about the contest, because people who have stayed till the end, they would be looking forward to, okay, what's the contest all about?
Yeah. So there is a reward for you for staying that long. To all of you, thank you so much for joining in. Before you go, there is a post coming up tomorrow, and what you have to do is write a comment about what is freedom for you. So as you know, today is Independence Day for India, and we all have a different definition of freedom for us. So what you have to write in comments is what is freedom for you, and the best comment. So we will see the comments which gets maximum likes. Basically, that's the best comment. And also we both will see which kind of resonate with the topic which we are going to represent tomorrow. So that person will get a signature digital photograph from any photograph from my page. So it's up to you. You have to select. So I will send you the wallpaper. You can use it on your mobile, and also I will give you a landscape format, so you can also use it on your laptop if you want. It will be in a 4K resolution. So yeah, that's the price for you guys. So that's your task for tomorrow. And those of you who don't follow me, go check out my page and comment your favorite photos. And also for Megha, those of you who don't know Megha, go ahead and follow her page. They have really beautiful poems over there. So thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you, Yash. So I know now his name.
I really, even I got excited about the contest because getting a a photograph from you, I wish I could participate, but okay.
No, it's exclusive for our audience. It's not for both of us.
No problem. Probably you can do another contest in which I can participate.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I have planned in future. So this is my first live. It went well. I was not sure, as we discussed yesterday, Megha. It was amazing experience. I think I have one more question before we wind up. Did I miss a lot? Okay, I think if you have, there is one question from AKZ7 that if you have sent any question, you can send it now. AKZ7. Otherwise, we were just winding up.
What was the question again?
Did I miss a lot?
Yeah, you did. But
Okay, so from the future giveaway, so once I hit a 1000 follower mark on Instagram, there will be a giveaway coming. So it will be a personalized postcard. So I traveled a lot in Europe, so you can check out my page and select any of your favorite photograph once I hit 1000, and there will be a like, personalized postcard delivered to you at your place anywhere in the world. So yeah, it was really great to have you live, and thank you so much, Megha, once again for this collaboration. It was a wonderful experience for me.
yeah, even for me, it was a really creatively gratifying and it was a wonderful experience overall. And again, thanks to everyone who has joined and who has given in their comments, questions. It's really heartening to know that to have you guys along with us in this journey. I think there was one more question which got missed. Shreckles was asking that when can we see you? No, I think Tarun was asking that when can we see you guys again? So people are really looking forward to another collaboration from us.
Okay, yeah, definitely. That will be amazing. I am thinking, so with this cinematic photography thing, so right now I will be doing one project in Berlin. So it will be also about like the street photography. And yeah, I'm thinking that let's do one more collab in future about the topics which are less discussed or taboo. So, oh, I think we have questions from Miss Sarg. Have you photographed the Northern Lights? No, I really wanted to go to see the Northern Lights. Last year, I didn't have the opportunity because of my studies. So I was thinking this year I will go, but yeah, this year all my travel plans are down in Qatar, thanks to Corona. But yeah, definitely that's my bucket list. I want to go and capture Northern Lights. It will be one of the best experience of my life to see those things. And there is another question, which is, do you have any recommendation for ISO and other settings? Okay. So it depends on what kind of photograph you want to capture. So when it comes to me, like in my camera, I have a setting I can go up to 10,000 or also up to 100,000 ISO. So it totally depends what kind of photograph you want to capture. But yeah, normally when you say if you want to capture a portrait photograph in a normal sunlight, so I will go with the minimum ISO, which gives me the minimum noise. And when it comes to other settings for portrait, I will go, there is a f number in aperture. The bigger the aperture, the better the photograph, because you can see like now cameras have this portrait mode. So what portrait mode does is use the different camera and blurs your background. So that gives you a really nice blur effect. So if you have any specific question, I can answer, because this is quite broad, like what kind of settings, because every photograph requires a different settings. So yeah, that will be better if you can ask a specific question so I can answer those questions about photography. And there is one question about Poco F1. I have Poco F1. What settings would you recommend for clicking pictures of moon? I think I have a powerful phone, just stupid enough not to use it right. Okay. When it comes to clicking picture of moon, the lens of mobile cameras are not sufficient. So the things which you see from your eyes cannot be captured through mobile camera. So if you want to capture really moon, so you have to have a professional camera and lens of a higher focal length. So that will give you a really good picture of moon. So otherwise, you just enjoy what is there in front of your eyes, because that's more memorable than taking a photo.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But right now, all the phones, they have a mode called professional mode. So you can switch on that mode and play around with that mode. Cameras, like mobile cameras, they are quite good when it comes to clicking pictures of street portraits, and also when it comes to taking pictures of your family. Okay, I have one more question. I think it's a comment. I have captured stars and it was beautiful. Yeah, you can capture stars from mobile. You can use tripod, and it's not possible, but for capturing moon, it requires a special lens. So you can attach like a clip-on lens on a mobile camera, and you can capture. And capturing stars, it's wonderful. Which entry-level camera would you recommend? So I would say you can go ahead with any entry-level DSLRs, or if you don't want to get into much technicality, I think Sony has now really good options for entry levels, because you can get almost all the features which you get for high-end models. Not all, but almost all. So you can go ahead with Sony. Like I personally use Sony. I switched from Nikon to Sony because when it comes to innovation now, Sony is quite ahead from these two brands. So yeah, but if I want to go for a professional camera like the one which I have or the higher model, I will definitely go ahead with higher model from Sony. So which gives me more better control with my photography. Okay. I think that's it. Or do we have any more question?
I think it's just AKZ, that is Akshay. He's saying that I wish I knew how to play around moonlight. And Sony rocks.
Yeah, Sony rocks. Sony definitely rocks.
Great.
Okay.
There are
But
still people joining.
oh wow, that's amazing.
Great.
So, do you have any question about photography or also about tips for traveling during Corona time? You can ask the question, because I traveled recently to few places, also during Corona lockdown and also right now recently, because in Europe, it's traveling is quite normal now. So everything normalized from May. So there are a lot of precautions I'm taking while traveling, and also the government and the whole tourism sector, they're taking a lot of precautions. So if you have any questions regarding traveling, so you can also send me in.
I think we can just wait for 2-3 minutes for the people who just joined. If they wish to drop in any questions, you guys can just drop in the questions if you have any. Then we'll be winding up. So,
This is amazing question. Can you see Mega the question?
I am learning photography, how to select a niche, and how to start earning photo from stock.
Wow, it's amazing. Thank you, Khan, for joining in. So it's really good. You are learning a new skill and you're utilizing this time during Corona. So best of luck for this new journey. Uh, Selecting a niche is not what you. It's about what you want to do, what you want to express. So you have to try different thing, and sometimes you think you love doing this kind of genre, you continue that. And if you feel like afterwards, okay, I don't like it, I used to like this before and now I don't like it, so you can change anytime. So that's what I explained before, that I used to love capturing nature and only nature, not portraits. And then I moved to portraits and travel. So I changed my niche by time to time because I rediscovered my favorites, like my own preferences. Okay, what I want to do with my skill and what I want to learn in the future. So recently I rediscovered my niche, that I want to like I aspire to become a filmmaker. I want to show people a cinematic photography which conveys a story, which conveys emotion with colors and also with people in the photo. So that is my niche. So I will tell you, go out, take photographs every day, see what is that you love. And if you want to start earning, it's really good. There are a lot of platforms available. You can upload your photographs, but the only thing which matters is the quality of photos, not the quantity of photo. But initially, you also have to have quantity and quality. So initial 1,000 photographs will not get you anything. No exposure or no money from the stock platform, because stock platform, all the companies who are looking for photography, they have a specific requirement. So if you go, I use Shutterstock, and I am also associated with Getty Images. It's like one of the biggest company in the world who goes for this kind of stock photographs. So I would suggest you to go with Shutterstock. That is a good option. You select a genre. They have this requirement specified. Okay, right now the time for summer, so there will be more summer photographs. So kind of upload photographs in these themes. Then there is an autumn coming, and there will be more photographs for autumn. So see the theme which is right now trending. What is the requirement from the companies, and start uploading. So I hope after maybe few thousand photographs, you will land some good clients. And that's how Getty Images contacted me to license my photos. So I have my photographs licensed from Getty Images. So if any one of you want to purchase from there, I will be really happy if you go there and check out those photographs.
Yeah, I think we have a couple of more questions coming in. So there
Oh,
are two
wow.
questions. One question is from Freckles. I'll take tips for traveling during Corona. And there's also a question from Nisar. He asks, do you have any suggestions for watermark software? So Neil, I think these again are questions for you.
Yeah, definitely. So for watermarks, I will go with once again Snapseed. So recently, one of my friend who is a skin specialist, so they have this kind of campaign, and she asked me like, "Hey Neil, can you tell me how can I put my watermark on every photographs?" And she is like, "I don't know anything about, like, you use this kind of softwares, Photoshops and all. I want to do everything with my phone." So once you have like an image, your watermark, you can go to Snapseed. There is an option, and you can add your watermark to every image, and it will be placed exactly where you want to place. So Snapseed, once again, it's free, and you can put your watermark over there. And for the second, I will take tips for traveling during Corona, please. Yeah, so my tip. So I have one more bag with me now, which is my Corona bag. So in my Corona, yeah, in my Corona bag, I have a spare mask, I have sanitizer, and also there is a spray for sanitizing the areas. So normally what happens is when I travel in Germany, normally the occupancy in train, it's not that compared to India, because it's like there are less people over here, so you will find easily seats. But even though the seats are available, I always prefer to reserve my seat by paying extra money, because I don't want anyone sitting next to me. So I always reserve one seat next to window, and there are already more places available in the train, those who have not reserved. So in Germany right now, what they are doing in trains is, when you reserve a seat, then there are two seats, and if I reserve one, normally they don't give this next seat to any reserved person. So when you do, like, some other person is doing reservation, they will give seat in other row or somewhere. So if you are reserving seat, then definitely there will not be anyone sitting next to you.
Yeah. And
That's
I
that's
think,
my
Neil, since you are anyway doing these so recently I've been checking your stories, and you are actually showing the journey, or when I see those stories, I feel as if I am walking on the streets with you while you are capturing, and I can witness how you are capturing those photos. So I believe to answer the question of Shekels, you can also follow Neil's page to just check out the stories. Probably you can just cover one story which talks about how you are taking precautions while you are going out there and doing photo shoots.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really nice idea. So I will make one more story, and I will put in highlights, so that for people who want to see, they can check that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, you have to be cautious, because it's a matter of life and death.
Yeah. So do we have any more questions, or
I'm,
that's
I
all?
was checking in. So my friend works for Shutterstock. Hey, can you send me any like recommendation or some special offer where I can get get more money from Shutterstock?
Or you can just give the contact of the friend, and Neil can just get in touch with the friend and make some friendship with him.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, I don't think so. There is anything more. I only travel to buy milk. Wow, you have to travel to buy milk. That's great. It's like, those old stories which we listened from our grandparents. When we were young, we used to travel 60 kilometers to go to school. And I think that will be the story you are going to convey to your grandparents. Like, there was a pandemic going on, and I used to travel to get the milk.
Yeah, and I think the person who has asked this question, he stays in Mumbai, so probably that might be the situation.
Okay, there is one more comment. Neil, love your pics, both. Good to see you. Hi, good to see you too. Thank you so much. And I wish we can do more. So there will be more live Q&A coming about photography and about traveling. I will be sharing some tips and sharing stories. So if you just check now, there is one story after the live. There is one story where I shared my journey when I go out for taking photographs. It's just a 15-second story, and you can feel, okay, where I'm walking and how I'm going to take the photo. And if you want to learn that also, I'm going to put a tutorial on Reels soon. So it's quite easy. Anyone can do with their mobile now. So yeah, that will be amazing.
I think the takeaway that I have had in this live session is that I'm going to check out Snapseed for sure. And the next story that you are going to put up, which is about creating these reels by ourselves, I would be definitely looking forward to that.
Definitely, definitely. So I guess we don't have many more questions. So it was really good time talking with you, and thank you so much, you all who are still here and who just left, for sending in your questions, and it was amazing. Thank you so much for joining in, guys.
Yeah, thanks guys for joining, and thanks Neil for the live video. I know this is the very first time that you appeared in front of the
Before
lens, so this was a really nice experience.